right. Let's get this all set here. Alrighty. What's good, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well out there. All right. Let's get this going. Cool. Be a good show. Be a good old show tonight. Yes. Yo, welcome. Fajita Friday is what it's looking like tonight. That's right. What's up, Matthew? How we doing out there, sir? Always good to see you. All right. Get this out here. There we go. First things first, if you're watching over on Facebook, be sure to share this in a couple of your favorite Magic groups. That would be very helpful, especially on a Friday. People are out there looking for stuff to do on the weekend, so if you're watching over on Facebook, maybe one of the other the Magic groups out there, feel free to drop a share into one of those groups. Let people know we are hanging out tonight live with you. That's right, everybody. All right, just a sec here. All right, I got one last thing to do here. I am doing good. Thank you for asking, Mr. Jason Gray. Thanks for asking, buddy. Thank you, sir. How we doing, John Custer, over on our YouTube tonight? How we doing, John? Custer, got you added up over there. Alrighty. Here we are. Now, I know it says Taco Tuesday time, but of course tonight is Fajita Friday. Alright. Hello, Mr. David. He says he can't stay too long, but he wants to win. Well, thanks for dropping by, David, and good luck on the giveaways tonight. Alrighty, let's go ahead and kick it off with our theme song music, courtesy of my pal and yours, Mr. Keelan Laser. We're talking about Keelan tonight. Some very exciting things to share with you about my friend. Mostly Amazing Gary. The nights are in I know, man. We'll be talking about that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Definitely a bummer for sure. You got it, Jason. Let me go and get you added up to tonight's prize wheel. Bigger. There we go. Jason Gray coming up on the prize wheel, making number 43 on the wheel tonight. Good luck to you. Yes, here I am, Mr. Tim. I am here, and I am with you and the rest of our friends tonight on a Friday night. Good to see you. I'll definitely be telling you about the gig. Yes, I will. I'll be sharing some cool stuff about that. How we doing, David? Always good to see you, Mr. David. On that wheel. Good luck to you. Ryan Garber. Oops. Good evening, ladies and gents and other beings. Abraca. Hello. I like that. Always good to see Ryan Garber in the house. Alrighty. Happy Friday coming your way from Mr. Tim Miller. Alright. Here we go. We're going to get the countdown moving and grooving for you right now. It is officially counting down to the start of the show tonight. Don't forget, we have plenty of time in the meantime to get you on the prize wheel. Cost you nothing to get on there, but you can win some prizes just for watching tonight. So be sure to get on the wheel, just like Mr. Jason Turindi out there. He says, you know what, I'm looking for a win. Please add me to the wheel, and I just did, and good luck to you, Mr. Jason. All right. Right back at you out there, Mr. Dear Sir. And Ken Dunn in the house says Friday festivities. That is a win, right? How you doing, Ken? Nice to see you in the house tonight. Good luck to you, and always nice to see you. And speaking of seeing people, I see my friend Mr. Jim in Las Vegas tuning in tonight. How we doing, Jim? GP711. All right, over there on the YouTube. Thanks for being here tonight, Jim. Always good to see you out there. All right, everybody. About a minute left to go. Be sure to drop in a comment with the word "win" in it if you're looking to get on tonight's prize wheel. Again, it costs you nothing, but you can win. Thanks for showing up tonight, Luke. Hope you had a great week. It has been a week. It has been crazy. It has been busy. It has been amazing and crazy. Yeah, it's been good. We'll be talking about it tonight. All right. Hey, Lance Burton is doing another show out here. Where can I send you the info? Drop it in the chat. I can definitely check it out in the chat, of course. Marianne says, I win. All right, Marianne, how are we doing out there? Nice to have you with us. I'll get you on our wheel right there. You are now one of our lucky people on the wheel. Right behind you, there was Inkist. Inkist is in here with a big old win. How we doing, Inkist? On the YouTube tonight. All right, good to see you out there. Alrighty. Good deal, friends. We are closing in on the start of the show. Don't forget, though, we got a few more moments here for you to get on the wheel, just like Casey did. Casey Lynn says win, W-I-N. Casey Lynn looking for the win. All right. There you go, Casey. You are officially in the running for some giveaways tonight. All right. Michael Red. Hi. Hope you're having a great evening. Fun Friday. There you go, Michael. It is a fun Friday. Let me get you up here on the wheel as well. Red with two Ds. Two Ds. That's right. All righty. We've also got Keith Runyon. Says, I'd like to win. Keith, you are officially now on our wheel. Alrighty, and Mike Hankins, almost missed Mike out there. Mike Hankins says, fun Fiesta Friday. Yes, yes, and yes. That's right, my friend. You know it. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and close up the countdown for tonight. Let me go ahead and get this stuff out of the way for you right there. There we go. And Mr. Michael Mayo in the house tonight. He's dropping a thumbs up on the show. Thanks, Mike. And always a pleasure to see you out there. Always good to see Mr. Mayo in the house. Alrighty, we are good to go on that. Now, perfecto. A couple quick bits of business before I go ahead and kick off the show officially. Audio piping through okay. Want to make sure our audio is coming through the old mic and you can hear me okay. Thank you, Jason, for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Jason. Thank you. All right, I want to test the mic real quick, though, before we go. Let me know. And Lou Inton, how we doing, Lou? Always good to see Lou watching the show. Jeffrey Allen, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Jeffrey Allen. All right. Thank you. And David's actually got his banana water. I am jealous because I don't have any tonight. I've gone through all of my stash of banana water. Which one do you got tonight? Are you drinking the OG, or are you having the strawberry, or maybe blueberry, or vanilla cocoa? Those are all fantastic. Which one you got tonight, though? David Ducharme, let me know. All right, and you friends are letting me know the audio is good, loud and clear. Good deal. And sending the love right back at you, Mr. Jason Gray. All right, thank you for that. And Lou, thank you for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Thank you very, very much, my friends. It cost you absolutely nothing to do that, and we definitely appreciate it when you guys drop the little thumbs up on us out there as well. So don't forget to do that while you are tuning in. It is very much appreciated. We appreciate the support just for being here tonight. Want to give a big old thank you to all of you for being here. All right. With that said, it is a Friday. I know you're all easing into the weekend, so let's do that together right about now. Here we go, friends. You ready for a fajita, festive, fun Friday? Yeah, all those in between. All right, let's go. Happy Friday, friends. Happy frickin' Friday. It is good to see you out there. Luke Dancy here, squeezing in a live stream for you this week. It has been an insane week for me, and I am super proud to have you here tonight on another one of our shows. Joe Berman, though, says, before I get into the show, he says that the sound is not coming in. Was that the sound from the video I just played, or is that the sound from here? I want to make sure. But Joe is saying that the sound is not coming in, so I'm not going to jump in just yet. Steven Silva says he's looking for a win. Always nice to see Mr. Steven in the house. Steven Silva Magic. And also Doug James in the house tonight says, hey, right back at you, Mr. Doug. And thank you for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Thank you very, very much. All right. What's tonight's shuffle? It's up to you, my friends, to decide what the shuffle is for the wheel. Let me know in the chat what shuffle we should use. I think last week we used the push-through shuffle, if I'm not mistaken. Cancel this and see if that helps me out. All right. And yes, I will get you on the wheel right now. Pepsi Addict. Let's get you on there. Pepsi Addict Gaming. All right. Riffle Shuffle does sound good. Yeah, we'll do a Riffle Shuffle. We'll keep it simple tonight. We'll do, because I think last week was a push-through shuffle. So tonight's we'll officially have a Riffle Shuffle. The old OG Riffle Shuffle coming your way on the wheel. There we go. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into the show. Any last minute people, though, coming in, let me know real quick. I'll add you up to the prize wheel. All right. As Ron Jackson says, are you guys deaf or something? Yes, that's right. You guys all know Mr. Ron Jackson is a wonderful magician, but he was literally not able to hear for many years. But he was still performing and being amazing, which is really cool. Good to see you, Action Jackson, in the house tonight. Always good to see you, buddy. All right, I think we're good. All right, we should be good to go then with our sound. So let's go ahead and do the show. On a Friday, we are coming your way with the latest magic news and tricks and giveaways and all the good stuff just for you. Tonight's official shuffle for the wheel is the Riffle Shuffle, keeping it simple. As Di Vernon used to say, keep it simple, stupid, right? The KISS concept. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this up and add one last name to the wheel. I see Leo Reynolds just popping up right there, right above my head. Leo, you just made it on the wheel. We're going to shuffle it up one more time. And here we go. Good luck, friends, on our first spin of the night. Here we go, everybody. Good luck to you, and happy Friday. Let me know if you got some exciting plans coming up this weekend. Any performances, maybe? Maybe testing out some new tricks. Let me know in the chat what you're up to over the weekend. Let me know. All right, we got our first winner of the night. Joshua Hill will take in the win on our first spin. That's right, Joshua. Congratulations to you, my friend. Of course, always our first giveaway prize is a free magic download. That's right. Our team will grab something good for you, Joshua, and send it your way. Of course, you need to drop us a quick email in order to receive that prize, and that email is sliding on in like magic right there. There you go, my friend. info@allthingsmagic.com. That is the place to get in touch with us, and we'll get that prize over to you, and you'll be enjoying some magic virtually, because that is technically a digital product, so you can watch it and enjoy it wherever you are. All right.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right. Congratulations again to Joshua. We've got Larry also sending the congrats, and Jason Gray as well, right above me here, sending in some congratulations to you out there. All right. Let's see. We got Travis Knoll saying, hey, my birthday on the 14th. Friend wants me to do some magic later this summer for a benefit recital. Kind of excited for that. I haven't really performed in some time. Well, that is something really fun to look forward to, first of all. And that is, you still have, just a couple days to do that. All right. So do it. I think the most important thing is just do it. Have fun with it and do it. And yeah, but definitely have fun when you're doing the things, right? Make sure you're having a good time. All right, we're going to mix the wheel up again. We're going to reboot it so it's moving and grooving once again. And there we go. Let's get this off the screen. There we go. And we've got Joshua in the house saying, hey, thanks. You got it, buddy. And congratulations again to you. All right. So there we go. All right, everybody. It is a Friday. It is the end of the week. And I have been a very, very busy guy over here. Performing all over the place, and then also wasn't feeling too good the later part of last week into the weekend. So I did have a performance on Tuesday, so there wouldn't have been a show anyway. But I will say, as a performer, I think it's the first time I've ever really had a situation where I wasn't feeling good a couple days before a gig, and I'm like, I've got to feel better. Really stressful thing to do, but I'm proud of the result of that and all of that. So yeah, it was a good thing. It's also one of the biggest performances I've ever done, to be honest with you. I know that someone was asking about how did it go. What was it? Who was it? Yeah, here it is. Mostly Amazing Gary. Can you tell us about your big gig? Yeah, so the gig that I did was twofold. I did some strolling magic first, and then I ended up doing a 30-minute stand-up show. This was for a group of about 250 people over at the Park MGM, and it was epic as heck. It was fun getting to do the strolling, which is something I really, really enjoy doing a lot. And then I got to get up in front of the whole group and do a 30-minute show, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun, and I do definitely have a very good caretaker as well. I will have to agree with that for certain. I do. Yes, and yes. Speaking of the gig, I want to tell you about something that I actually had a chance to use out in the real world. And I am talking about, oops, I don't know why I just did that. Let me come over here and here and here. There we go. That looks much better. I had a chance to use this out in the real world. Prestige Pro from Hyde and Sergey Kohler. Guys, I got to be honest with you. I've seen the past versions. None of them were bad. All right. But what I will tell you is this is badass. This is really freaking great. The quality of the props alone, the pro version of this is incredibly good. It looks good. It feels good. You get a nice big reveal. I use this in a very different kind of way, I should say. I'm not going to give away exactly what I did, but I use it in a different way. But yeah, this is the parlor version that I have, and you can see just how freaking big this is compared to my head. You can kind of see the size of the things there. This is just the parlor version, which is really really nice. So yeah, I wanted to share my honest thoughts of this as someone that's now actually used it, because a lot of what I do here in town is close up. A lot of it is close up, but I'm definitely starting to change that to do bigger stuff. So I want to tell you a couple things about the quality. Is unbelievably good. It's very sturdy, very easy to use it, clean it, reset it, whatever it is. Dry erase, which is nice. You can change it up. If you're not familiar with what I'm showing you and talking about, basically this is the thing where you have a list of 5 things. They number 1 to 5. You pull out one of the things, you turn it around, so the other ones, they're all like great prizes, and the one that you're holding is like the loser, right? Or you can use it. Some other ideas to use it for is, instead of using it as a prize, you can use it for a way to introduce your next trick. So maybe they could have won a trip, they could have won money, they could have won all these things, and then they won a lemon, and then you go and you do a bill and lemon or something like that, right? So it's a nice little transition thing too if you want to do. But a beautiful set. I will say that the parlor version looks like this, and the stage version, the bigger one, has the gold number on it. I want to say that as well. So that is that. But yeah, I had a great time using this. I had fun with it. They also provide you these really nice little carrying things to put it in. You get the other stuff to go with it. And I also had fun. I'm not gonna share too much, but I also had fun with this guy. This is not a magic trick. It's just a prop I used. And I wanted to share this too real quick, because I think as magicians sometimes we just get used to, okay, what props are we using for tricks? Like I just showed you with Prestige Pro, right? I just showed you that. But I think it's also important for us to remember that there are other things that can make our show a show. Not just videos, maybe on a screen behind us, or the music, but props, interactive props. I picked this up over on Amazon, and this was a really fun thing to use. Obviously I live in Las Vegas, so things like this make a lot of sense, but these are recognizable anywhere. A very cool thing to use, a jumbo die. So yeah, it just got me really thinking about other things to use, other than just, okay, I'm going to do a card trick, I'm just going to use the cards, or I'm going to do this and just use that. When you think about other ways to use things to incorporate with our routines to make it feel more like a routine instead of just a trick. So wanted to share that as well. Eric says, is that the new mental die? Right? just try to cover up the number so I can't see it. Spectre got a great review from Craig, but yeah, I'm going to mention that here shortly, and thanks for bringing that up, David. It was nice to see. Big enough for 250. The parlor size. How much larger is the stage size? Yeah, I mean, I feel like the parlor size was fine. I was up on a stage, and they weren't just like stacked back for this particular situation. It was more like a room that was spread out. So it was more kind of like wrapping almost around me. So they were definitely closer than just like being stacked all the way back in a theater. You know what I mean? But if you are doing it for a bigger, I'd say 400 people more, you definitely probably want to look more at the stage version of this Prestige Pro over here. But it definitely did the job for sure. And we are proud to have both versions of it in stock, the parlor and stage version. So I'll just put that in here. And it is, of course, also the other important thing about this I want to mention is it is back in stock. It was hard to get for a minute, and I don't know when the next shipment will be available to us again, because these do come from overseas, but it is currently back in stock as well. So there we go. Alrighty, that is that. Some good stuff here with Prestige. Cool. Wanted to share that because I was excited to use it, and really fun. So there we go. So let's take a look real quick. I know we are getting to the end of the week, but first thing we always do on our shows is look in and see who is at the Magic Castle, and maybe, just maybe, it'll be something you could do this weekend. So let's check it on out over here. The Magic Castle, of course, located in Hollywood. And let's see who's playing there this week. We've got Peter Samuelson, Dave Elliott, and Mark Matsumoto. They are the trio in the close-up gallery. There we go. All right, early, mid, and late. Parlor Prestidigitation, we got Christian Mortensen. He goes by Morton Christensen there. And Jimmy H. Jimmy H. All righty, there we go. Those are the two guys holding down the Parlor. Palace of Mystery, Matt Marcy, Losander, and Skill Dini. All right, there we go. Very good lineup there. Library Bar is Joan Decor. She, of course, has her dice because she's a Vegas friend as well. Pillar Theater, we have Half Moon and Eric Mead. I've heard amazing things about Half Moon, and there's always amazing things to say about Eric Mead. Duh. All right. House Magicians, Nick and Mike. We've got those two guys. Mike is the one taking through the rest of the week here. Mike Pashota there. And the Parlor Kid Shows. Penny Wiggins is back again doing those Saturday and Sunday. And as always, we have different times for different performers and different dates as well for some of these. So be sure to check that schedule out for your favorite people over there. And speaking of the Magic Castle and favorite people, I wanted to also mention this real quick, my friends. Our friend and yours, Mark Schaefer, the owner of Audience Wonderland. He was at the Magic Castle yesterday, and this is him and his lovely wife there. Of course, no photos on the inside of the castle, but that is right before you go in there with the bookshelf there. He grabbed another little photo from outside. That's a little valet area, and there they are again. So that is nice to see our friend over there at the world-famous Magic Castle. And, of course, Mark is always such a great supporter of us here at All Things Magic, with his giveaways and just being an amazing guy, and just the general support means a lot. So I wanted to give a shout out to Mark Schaefer, and there we go with that. All right. Also, there is no update yet from his company out there, Audience Wonderland, with the new stuff that they're dropping. But it should be very, very soon for that to happen. And of course, if you are not familiar with Audience Wonderland, they have the best of the best electronic impression devices. Got mine right here. One of my two I have. This is the Lumen Mini. I also have the clipboard. They also have new things out like the trilogy, the brand new trilogy, and they have they have the Duo, which is their peak device. And they also have the signature Sharpie. That's the Lumen Duo right there. A nice little peak device that you can palm and get into play and keep, get your secret information, right? Very cool stuff there. And they have other cool things as well. But yeah, definitely check them out. That is Audience Wonderland. We love, love, love Audience Wonderland. And you should too. Because it's not just great products, great customer service, and just great quality overall. And that's what we all look for. We got Dan Sperry saying Morton Christensen in the Parlor worth the trip to go see. Wow. That's says a lot coming from the one and only Mr. Dan Sperry. That is amazing. And also great to see Dan Sperry in the house tonight. I wanted to actually, I'll go ahead and talk about this because I was going to do it anyway. But since he's here, we might as well. So let me go ahead and bring these up over here. We've got something brand new from Dan Sperry to tell you about over here. The Super Spongy Duckies. These are these great guys here. These are the new sponge duckies here from the one and only Dan Sperry. These are beautifully done. The detail is great. These look like the part. Very nice and squishy, right? I love the little ad copy. They were talking about give them a fresh look with your sponge ball routines, right? Give them a little fresh look there. And, of course, Dan being Dan with his video there, too. But, yeah, you get a set of 4 of these, so you can do any of your favorite kind of like regular sponge ball routines because we always use that extra ball, our hidden assistant there. So, yeah, these are great. Super Spongy Duckies. Very bright, very cool. And if you do like kid shows or now that it's summertime, maybe you're doing an outdoorsy type of thing and you want to use something like that. Cannot recommend these guys enough. So let me go ahead and drop the link to those here on our website from Dan Sperry. Here we go. What the Duck? That's a good one. I like that. There we go. Super Spongy Duckies. There we go. All right, we'll drop the link in the chat for you right there. All right, so good stuff there from Mr. Dan Sperry. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good deal. Also want to jump back over real quick to the prize wheel, and Dan says quack, quack, and quack. There we go. We've also got Mike Miller in the house tonight. What's up, Mike? Always a pleasure to see Mr. Mike Miller joining us on a Friday night in particular. All right, got you on the wheel tonight, Mr. Mike. And that is a fun idea, right? Right, Ron? It is a fun idea. I dig it. That's very clever. Very, very clever. And again, the quality of the props is fantastic. Fantastic. Very good stuff there. All right, let me just push this through. I think I see that's... There we go. I was getting stuck down there. All right, just wanted to double check that. Alrighty, cool. Dan is awesome. Yes, he is. He is indeed awesome. And yes, we all love Dan Sparrow. He is the best of the best. Good people. And Rich Gilbert in the house says, hey, I'm looking for a win tonight. Let's go ahead and get Rich on here if I don't have him up here already. All right, Rich Gilbert. There we go, Rich. Good luck to you. Good luck. Speaking of Rich Gilbert, I want to drop this in real quick. Each week, Rich is always coming up with some really clever things to help promote the show. Tonight's AI-generated image for Fiesta Friday is Siegfried and Rich, and they're both enjoying a nice taco. Very, very good stuff. That is definitely a great one out there. So thank you, Rich, for that. Very clever. Very, very clever stuff there from Rich Gilbert. And also, I wanted to double check. I don't know, was there anyone else I missed on the wheel? I was just looking here. Okay, I think we're good. Also, my friend Jim said something I was going to bring up. I might as well go ahead and drop it in the chat now as well. This is something that is important to note. Got this email today from the Magic Live team because I am on the email list for their stuff, and it says, hey, we're now sold out. So they are officially sold out for the next edition of Magic Live. But I wanted to also let you know this. I have I have this to bring you and this to show you. Let me just get rid of that and that. There we go. I also have this to show you. This is the official waiting list page. So if you have been wanting to register and you just weren't able to do it, Magic Live waiting wait list. That is the link right there to get on the wait list for Magic Live. You know, people might have something come up. Maybe they just can't come for whatever reason. This allows you to be on the wait list so that when there are people that drop, you get to be at the top of that list. So be sure to get in there now if you are interested in that. The link is in the chat right now for that. Registration is $520 per person for what it's worth. So there you go. And you can pay the registration in full when signing up, or you can make a 50% deposit with the balance. Oh, that's old news. Never mind. All right, so there we go. So that is the wait list for Magic Live as well.
Well, thank you very much.
That's right. That's Jonathan Levitt. That's my Jonathan Levitt impersonation.
Well, thank you very much.
Not really. There we go. All right, so that's exciting stuff. Obviously, Magic Live is epic as heck, and so are you. So are you, friends, for being here tonight. You know, I know there's lots and lots of stuff going on with you, in the world and all the things, and so it's nice to have you here on a Friday as we begin to wrap up another week. Very nice to have you here. Something else I wanted to remind you of, and yes, I would say Fajita Friday is probably a good way to call tonight. Yes, I would say that. I also want to bring back something I showed you a few weeks ago, but I want to show it to you again because these are sold out everywhere, and it's important for me to tell you that because the FIFA World Cup started yesterday. It's literally going on right now. The U.S. is playing, I think, Paraguay. It's the World Cup's going on for about a month. So if you have a performance coming up and you're like, damn, I wish I had something like soccer themed or whatever, this is hella cool. This is called Magic Soccer by Mago Flash, and it's basically like the old die box trick, the sucker trick, but at the end of this one, you get the production of a soccer ball as well. So it's very, very visual, very cool. You've got that really nice soccer theme. You can see instead of it being little, some people use it with the pizza, some people use it with the die. But, you know, you get to slide back and forth. Oh, I'm going to make it disappear. Oh, look, it's gone. You show the one side, it's gone. And then you go to the other side, and it's gone. And then when you open up both of them at the end, they're both gone. And then at the end, you can have the soccer ball appear at the end, just like that, kind of drop out of it. So this is pretty neat. Again, with the World Cup going on literally right now. Not a better time to find some soccer magic. So I found this for you guys. And I will go ahead and drop this in the chat if you guys are interested in this one. Magic soccer. There you go. And yeah, it is a great price, right? Ken Dum, he says great price too. Yeah, it's only $45, so that's not too shabby at all. So there you go. It's a fun piece of magic with some soccer. A little soccer. And you do get the extra little ball, and you can see all the stuff in there. So it's pretty cool. I thought that was a neat little piece. You know, very timely. You know, and we have a month to enjoy the World Cup. So there you go. Always nice to bring in a little customization, a little something to remind you or remind our spectators we're not just magicians. We know about what else is going on out there in the world too, right? So there we go. Alrighty. Also wanted to bring you, as always, some of the new magic tricks that are out there as well. And this one I checked out, I think yesterday. I think it just came out yesterday. And then I started watching how it's all done, and this is really freaking cool. This is called Any Card, Any Dice. Got a little video to show you of this now. It is really, really smart. This is really, really clever. And it's nice because you can use all these dice and you can get a lot of people involved to do a freaking card trick, which is always really cool. So, and Mike says the USA just scored in the World Cup. All right, all right. There we go. All right, that is good to hear. Always love to hear that. All right, I was gonna see if I had another good sound, but I think that's almost good for now. Oh, we have the old applause. We can drop a little applause on the. There we go. Good deal. So I think it is time to go ahead and show you this video of Any Card at Any Dice. And it's not too long. So enjoy this and really pay attention to just how they're not cutting anything out. I want you to see and really pay attention to just how impossible this all really does look. This is pretty cool.
I'd like to show you a trick on the theme of chance, and an object that symbolizes the unpredictable very well, a die. You never know which side it's going to land on. I'll ask you to line up the dice one after another, side by side, in any order you want. I'm going to ask you to multiply all the numbers together. And then press equals. What do we get? For the first time, I'm taking the deck of cards. I'm taking it out of the box. The first digit is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. We land on the 2 of clubs. We could have landed on any other cards. But if we summarize, you rolled the dice to get a sequence of completely unpredictable numbers, which led to a completely unpredictable result, which led us to a card, the 2 of clubs, completely unpredictable. How do you explain that I predicted it?
That's it, friends. You just saw the whole thing. They mix up the dice. They throw them all out. They can change them as much as they want. They multiply all the numbers together. They get the result. You spell out each digit, and it's the freaking card. It is that clean. This is very, very cool. You do get all the dice that you see. And you also do receive this does come in red or blue, but this is not a gimmick deck. I do want to say that. I think that's important to note, that this is not just like a gimmick deck that you can't use for anything else. There's just some things that you're adding to your deck to make this work. Just put it that way. But yeah, like I said, a great way to make this play bigger. You know, someone brings out their calculator, you have all these dice, you have all these numbers, everything happens, and it's like you just stand there and watch it all happen. Very, very clever stuff, and that is called Any Card, Any Dice. It does come in red or blue, though, so be sure you pick the one that you want. There you go. Very cool stuff. And here comes the goodness for tonight. Just what I was hoping for. Thank you. Yay. All right. Dun, 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 dun. May not be Taco Tuesday on the calendar, but it is Taco Tuesday in my belly right about now. Taco Tuesday time on a Friday. Pardon me while I take a big old bite. Damn, that's good. Thank you, Dan Sperry, for the like on tonight's show. Thank you for the thumbs up over there. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, and thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, California Magic Club. That would be our friend John Gardner. I was going to talk about you in just a moment. Jason Terendi, very good point. Another way to play it bigger, your very subtle die from earlier. Yes, that's true. If you wanted to make this play for like stage, you could literally have several of these die, or even some smaller ones, but toss them out, have them come up, do the thing. Exactly. You are on the right page there, Jason. That's very, very true. Very, very true. All right. And thank you, Leo, for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Thank you very much. I'm not like starving because I had a great lunch today. I met up with my pal Rob Anderson, professional magician here in Las Vegas. We had some sushi. We had the little revolving sushi today. It was a lot of fun and very, very good. Very, very good. Speaking of good, I see Mr. Lawrence Bandani down there. He says, hey, I want to win. Let me go ahead and jump over here to our prize wheel again. And we will add Mr. Lawrence right now. How about that? Let's go ahead and add Lawrence right here. All right. Got you up on the wheel. There we go, Lawrence. Congratulations on being added to the wheel. Being added to the wheel. There we go. Good deal. So that is that. That was the any card, any dice we were just telling you about. Good stuff there. Something else exciting to tell you about from right here in Las Vegas. I don't know if the word has gotten to you wherever you are, but this is really cool news for these guys. Penn and Teller have officially signed a 3-year extension with the Rio. So they have been together for 50 years, obviously as a duo, as a performing duo. But now they're going to add on another 3 years at least with the Rio. So they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Very cool stuff there. So yeah, they'll be their performances will run Thursday through Sunday, 8 p.m. So you never had a chance to see them. Well, you still do for at least another 3 years. So that's always exciting to see Magic continuing to get its legs here in Vegas as time goes on. All right. And Brian Jackson. I see Brian right there. Says, hey, I want to win as well. I'm going to add you to the wheel. Brian Jackson. There you go, Brian. Good luck to you on the next spin that we'll be doing here very, very soon. We'll be doing some more giveaways here shortly. And Stephen Marcus, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Mr. Stephen. Thank you, thank you. All right. We were just talking about Dan Sperry, and not just him being here, but also his brand new little sponge duckies here. He posted something in the All Things Magic group the other day that I wanted to share with you here. This is really clever, and it's a very nice little chat from him about this particular thing. You know, everyone loves to use the Omni deck, but Dan came up with a very, very clever way to add something to it. And thank you, Mr. Tiemann, for the thumbs up on the stream. Thank you very much. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here to you. Let me see if I can make this bigger.
Yo, okay, so...
All right, so I'm going to disappear for a moment and let Mr. Dan take over. Again, this was posted in the All Things Magic private group. And it is, you know, it's a place just for magicians. So it's okay to kind of share those secrets. So we'll go ahead and play this here because our show obviously is for magicians as well. So let me go ahead and scoot out of here, and I'll let you enjoy this. We'll call this Pro Talk with Dan Sperry. So here you go, friends. A little Pro Talk. Let me find my cam here. There we go.
So thought I'd share this idea again. Easier to film it than try to explain it, because I was playing with this knitting elastic. Shout out, thanks for all the replies to my post for my color changing box that I needed this stuff for. So now, of course, I have this whole spool, so I've been putting it in everything. And I messed with this. I don't know if this had been done before. I'd never seen it, but I'm also not an Omni deck expert. But I had this idea for the Omni deck and using it to make this. I took apart my Envelope 2.0 gimmick. But it's the Panic gimmick, and I sandwiched it behind a Joker, and I ran 2 lines. You can kind of see, I think, in the right light, 2 lines along there, sandwiching a split of the like panicky gimmick, right? So this can stretch and then go back, and it's sandwiched in between these 2 cards. The reason I did that is it's like a convincer. I get it, like why run if you're not being chased, but I was just messing around with it, tried it in a gig, and it worked. So I might keep this for the Omni deck. I do the of course, like Farquhar's Palmer Magic Omni deck. This one, it's not my choice. I don't want to give away the method for it, but if you do Omni deck, you get it. You're here, and you have the tilt right with this gimmick. So this is in where this is hidden, and it comes out together for the switch, and so it's on top. You get your tilt very exaggerated, but you get the idea. Go blah, 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 back on top, and then you show that it's, you know, it's lost back in the middle. You can show that part as a convincer that the whole deck is there, when really it's just the Omni deck underneath. So you can, you know, you show the deck, you know, whatever, and then you sneak the Joker off to go in your pocket for this to be, you know, sandwiched in their hand to come back to town. You get it. But just thought that was an idea I'd throw out here. It was a working prototype. It ended up working, so I'm doing this now. If anybody does on the deck, I don't know if this has been done before. Let me know too, because I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. Enjoy.
There we go, friends. A little look from Mr. Dan Sperry. Something he was working out over there. It's always fun to just explore and play, you know, with the stuff that we work on. And he was using that elastic for something else he was fixing. And then he was like, hey, why don't I try this? And you never know what you're going to find when you go down that path. So thank you to Dan for sharing that in the All Things Magic group. I definitely want to share it here as well because there was a lot of interest in it on the group. And I know not everyone sees everything that's posted out there, which is a shame, you know, in social media. But now you have seen it. So there we go. We've also got someone out there, winner chicken dinner as Charlie Daniel. He's looking for a win tonight. Let me add you to our prize wheel, Charlie. Alrighty, you are officially on the wheel. So there we go. Eric Elmore says, pretty genius. Yep, I would have to agree. Very clever idea. Very cool from Stephen Marcus. There we go. Such a fun idea to explore. Yeah, you know, it's cool when you take things that are good and then you don't just stop there. You maybe add just a little extra more to it to make it even better. So that is very nice to see Dan sharing his thoughts with us here. Also wanted to go ahead and share this real quick. This was the end of a review that popped up. I was made aware of this today. I think this came out yesterday, I believe. This is always nice to see, you know, when people are saying things about your stuff. This is Craig Petty, obviously, and his son Rylan. They did a section about Spectra, and I just wanted to play the last little bit for you. I just saw this about 2 hours ago.
Would you do this? You're not going to do this, are you?
I'm not going to do this, but I can definitely see why a lot of other people could do this. 100%. Yeah. This is like, yeah.
Well, I'm giving this 100%. I'm so excited about doing this. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it 79 because I'm not going to do it, but a lot of people will because this is really good.
Yeah, I agree. One of the best card tricks to come out this year. So, from a good card trick, and before that...
So he's talking about Spectra. So Craig and his son took a look at Spectra. Craig did it for his son, and you can see that on his latest review. But it's nice to get a 100% approval there from Craig. And also very nice to hear him call it one of the best card tricks to come out this year. So there we go. That came out earlier. They do about a 7-8 minute talk about Spectra. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch the whole thing, but I'm sure I'll add it to our website sometime soon. So you can hear more of their thoughts if you want to find it that way. But yeah, very cool to hear that. You know, I had some people message me today about it, and yeah, at the beginning, it's actually kind of funny. He talks about how much he likes me. Actually, I'll play this part. This is funny.
By Luke Dancy. Now, me and Luke Dancy had a public falling out a few years ago, and I now love Luke Dancy.
As stated.
As there goes, I love Luke Dancy.
I love Luke Dancy.
Permanently on my skin. I do love Luke Dancy. And Spectra by Luke Dancy is Luke's take on Chicago Opener. So Chicago Opener is probably the most...
So we're not going to sit here and watch the whole thing, but pretty funny that he does actually have my name tattooed on his arm. I think that's pretty freaking wild, right? And it sounds like, yeah, there's his name on your arm, Dad. Oh man, that's fine. He said you could sell the card box separately and be just fine with it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely plan on doing that. Eventually, I didn't want to do it right out of the gate. You know, I wanted it to kind of be like a project, but I certainly will end up offering those as a separate. And actually, if you've already purchased Spectra, if you go to the instructional page, you can buy the card boxes separate from the instructional page. That's a hidden thing now, just for people that have bought Spectra. So yeah, check out that page if you do want to pick up another box or maybe a different color as well. So there we go. That is a little look there at good old Spectra. Nice to see that getting some love out there in the old Magic world, right? Speaking of love, I want to also give the love to our friend here, Abra Circle. Of course, we talked about them the last couple of weeks. This is a company that offers website design for performers. And they're offering a special deal for all things Magic. Friends, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. But they work with people like Juliana Chin, Jeff Hobson, Ben Simon, and some other people now that have actually started to use their services. I'll show you in a second. But there is a special deal for our friends out there looking for a quick and easy website to maintain and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the Friends of All Things Magic. All right, Friends of All Things Magic. Someone that actually came as a referral from us is Magic Review. We've got Madison Hagler's website got a reboot because he found out about Circle Services through us. So that website is now up and about. So if you've ever watched Madison's or read his blogs about Magic Reviews, he used the service because of us. As I mentioned, Juliana Chin, Jeff Hobson, Ben Seidman, Greg Gleason, now some other people in the entertainment world have also started to use these services. So that is really, really cool to hear. And they are offering special pricing for your services if you mention that you're a friend of All Things Magic. The gold website package usually $1,000. It's only $400. That's 60% off. Usually a $2,000 price for the platinum website. It's only $1,000. So that again is a 50% off. And they also do offer some custom pricing for other customizable things that you can do there. So definitely make sure to mention All Things Magic. And I do have a link for All Things Magic Friends. I'll put in the chat right now. Abra Circle websites for magicians right there. Okay, so there we go. That is a service that we're proud to mention to you out there. So there you go, Abra Circle. Very cool. And again, nice to see a new website up and running because of our recommendation right there, Magic Review. So very cool to see that. All right. So Abra Circle. There we have it. Alrighty. And thank you, Scott R. Smith, for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Scott R. Smith, the OG, one of our OGs here at All Things Magic. Always nice to see Scott popping in. All right. I think we should go ahead and do a quick giveaway for our supporters real quick. So let me just jump over here. So Mike Miller is dropping some stars out there. Thank you for that, Mike Miller. There we go, Mike. Let's pop back over here and do a quick refresh. Make sure I'm not missing out on any of our friends out there. Let's see who we got. I see Ray Coleman in the chat saying I got my raffle tickets. So let's see. There they are. Let's see. We got some. Is that Mike Hankins love coming in? Yep, it sure is. Let me get Mike Hankins up here as well. Thank you for the support, Mike. Mike Hankins. There we go. So he picked up a few entries there. Let me make sure you get all these here for you. There we go. And he also grabbed a few more. I'll move you down here. All right, we'll go ahead and do it to it. There we go. Thank you for that, Mike. All right, so let me just look at the rest of the list here. All right, give me just a sec, everybody. And I'll announce what we're doing the big giveaway for tonight in just a moment as well. Hang tight for that. John Carter. I see John Carter picking up some raffle tickets tonight. Thank you, John, for the love out there. John Carter. All right, here we go. One more for John. There we go, John. Alrighty, let's see who else we got over here real quick. Okay, thank you, Ray, for the thumbs up on tonight's show. It looks like we do have a Ray Coleman raffle ticket entry as well. So let me get Ray on here real quick. There we go, Ray Coleman. There we go. Get you on here a few times, Mr. Ray. There we go. Thank you for your support. And last but not least, before we go ahead and do our first giveaway, Lou Inton. Thank you, Lou, for your support out there as well on the show. Lou Inton. There we go. All right. And there we go. Should be all set there with our raffle tickets. Okie dokie. There we have it. Let me just mark these. And I think I just saw one more popping in here. Yeah, the big giveaway is a year supply of banana water. No. I would have to drink it all, so sorry. And Black Bear Magic just popped up as well with another dono over there. So Black Bear Magic. Thank you very much, Black Bear Magic, for supporting the show out there. All right. There we go. Okie dokie, and I will fulfill that real quick. Okay. Cool. Make sure. Alrighty, star-wise. Oh, Scott R. Smith dropping in 2,000 stars with an oh yeah. We got to drop in the oh yeah for that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Scott R. Smith, for the support out there. Just like old times, Scott. Thank you so much for the love out there. We'll give you a few entries here. And there you go, Scott. Good luck on our giveaways tonight. There we go. All right. Cool. Let me come back over here. Yep, we should be good to go. Okay, so let me come back over here, and we will do our first giveaway for those supporters. Let's go. It's not the page. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it's okay. It's a good thing I know what I'm doing around here, because now it is that easy to just bring that up right there. There we go. Bing, bing, bing. All right. So a few ways you can enter tonight's giveaway. Purchase raffle tickets. We have the link in the chat. Link in the chat coming up right here. There we go. Grab your raffle tickets. There we go. 500 stars minimum on Facebook and a $5 minimum super chat over on YouTube as well. So let me do that right now. Get your FB stars here, fb.com/stars. There we go. Got that in there as well. Cool. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There has not been a lot of good Magic coming out. And that's another reason why I haven't been as on top of the shows and the things, is because, I've always promised you since day one that we're only going to sell good quality stuff. And I'm telling you about good stuff tonight, but some of this is not new. I'm telling you about stuff that's back in stock. I'm only saying that because the world right now is funky and weird. And just like a lot of businesses, big and small, the economy makes things hard on smaller businesses like ours. And I'm only telling you that because from my heart to you, it would be so easy for me to, well, things are tough, so let me just sell everything. But I would never want to break your trust. We've built this relationship, we've built this friendship, we've built this exchange, and I really wanted to be honest about that, because I really looked at things recently and I'm like, do I want to put this up? Do I want to make a few bucks? I need to, but do I want to put that up? Would I feel right selling it? No. And again, I'm only sharing this because that means a lot to me. And no one would know about it unless I told you about it. So yeah, the Magic market, as far as I'm concerned, has been very disappointing with the recent release of stuff. There's not been a lot of bangers. There's not been a lot of like, oh my God, you got to see this. And yeah, I know a lot of businesses be like, you're crazy not to just like do what you got to do to keep things going. But I'm not going to break that. So I know I'm rambling, but again, that means a lot to me. So there you go. All right. Let's see. Grand prize, a Luke Dancy tattoo. Yeah, no. That's funny. Yeah. And yeah, it's all about integrity, because I feel like if I do it once, then what's going to stop me from doing it again? I did it once. I dropped in some crap that's not really good. Yeah, maybe they won't notice. Maybe I'll do it again. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Fight the good fight, Luke. I'll speak for everyone. Appreciate all you do, including being true to yourself. Yeah, it's easy. It's very easy to not do that. It's very easy to just do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? That's what we love about you, Luke. You're straightforward and upfront. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ray. Thank you very much. And thank you, Ryan, for saying that as well. So yeah, I definitely want to keep it real, because look, I'm a human being too. At the end of the day, right? We all have things we got going on in our lives. We got things revolving to our bills and all the stuff. And as my wife said, integrity is more important to me than just trying to pass off something as good when it's really not. So yeah, yep. Lots of credit card tricks lately. Yeah, now I'm going to talk about one of them, which is cool. It reminds me a lot of the Dicey Dots from Daryl. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Easy to sell junk. Glad you don't. Yeah, it would be easy to do it. But yeah, you guys are better than that. You guys are definitely better than that. So tonight's big giveaway is going to be one of two products and something else. So this came out not too long ago. It's called the Void. This is a very cool Switch device, kind of like a mystery box where the impossible thing ends up inside, more like a card thing, right? And then they can examine it at the end. But the cool thing is it's clear. They can see it, that there's something in there already. And then when you dump it out and do the thing, it is a switch that happens right out in the open. It looks really good. Or it'll be the Craig Petty trick we're going to show you in just a few minutes here, the credit crunch. plus another product worth about $85, a really cool coin piece of magic, and I'll show you that here shortly. And that will get us to around $150 worth of stuff tonight. We'll drop in a couple extra things to go with it. So I wanted to drop in something new tonight and then something else to go with it as the price. So if you already have the Void, then we will do the Credit Crunch. If you already have Credit Crunch, then we'll do the Void as one of the prizes. So, so there you go. All right. Quality magic from a quality guy. I think you look. Oh, I appreciate that very, very much, Mike. Thank you, thank you. So there we go. That's what's up for grabs. This is not the giveaway for those things just yet. This is kind of like warming up. But these are the supporters so far that have supported the show. So let's go ahead and jump in with this. Here we go. All right, I had to switch it over to the old slot machine. So here we go. And Jim says I have them both. Well, if you have them both, then we will substitute the value. I think those are like $50. We'll substitute the value of that towards something else, right? I will say though that would have to be something or the same. I think it's like 45 or 50 for the Void, but yeah. Anyway, so here we go. This is our first giveaway for our supporters. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Dun dun dun. And we are looking at Mr. Lou Inton. Congratulations to Lou Inton.
Congratulations!
All right, Lou. Good job, man. And now we have to have Lou make a tough decision. Does Lou want to keep the prize that he already won, or does he want to go for the bigger prizes on our bonus wheel? We do need to find out if he is here. I know people will watch and then have to step away, or maybe they can't stay for the whole show. So we'll go ahead and drop in the 30-second countdown for Lou to make up his mind. If he wants to keep his prize and play it safe, it is a smaller prize, valued at $20. We have prizes well into over $100 on the bonus wheel. So we'll give him a moment to decide what he would like to do. Let's see. Okay. And Lou has spoken. He says, you know what? I want to press my luck. So we're going to get rid of the countdown timer because it is that time for Mr. Lou to see what happens next. So here we go. All right, everybody, we are back with our bonus wheel. As you can see, we have those whammies on the wheel. We don't like them. But it also has prizes, lots and lots of prizes on there. And we have the big spin bonus coming around the blue little spot right there. That means he gets to keep the prize he already won and go to another wheel that only has prizes, so he gets to double dip on that. It is a 50-50 split between prizes and the whammies, so we do keep it fair for you. And we'll go ahead and shuffle this on up and see what happens next. Here we go. Good luck to Lou Inton. Good luck, good luck, good luck. No whammies. That's right. We got David Ducharme sending the love with no whammies. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. That's right. Hey, you barely squeezed out a win, but I'm glad you did. Congratulations going out to Mr. Lou Inton. Index Pro by TCC. I believe those retail for $50, if I'm not mistaken. 45, $50. It is a great index system that you can use out there. And Mr. Lou, let us know what your info is by dropping us an email at info@allthingsmagic.com right there. There we go. Congratulations again to you.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Picking up a win on our bonus wheel tonight. You beat the whammies. That's all that matters. You made the whammies go away this time. You pushed them away. You pushed them away, which is good. So congratulations to Lou on the win over there. So good stuff, man. Of course, our winners have a prize. If you are a winner of a prize, rather, you need to email us within a week to grab your prize. And that is how that goes. So I think that was the last one we had. It was. So I'm actually going to remove that and a whammy off the wheel for the next spin. So go ahead and refresh that. There we go. And if you're just joining us and you want to get on this wheel, this one doesn't cost you anything to get on. This one, all you need to do is type in the word win in the comments section, and that will get you up on the wheel. Okay, so be sure to do that, and that'll get you up there is a entry. Okay, very good. I also want to ask you guys a favor. You know, I've been doing this show for 4+ years, if not 5 now, weekly for you. And there is something I wanted to bring up because I put a lot of work and I put a lot of time into what we do. And it's never about how many people watch. It's not about that, you know? But I would appreciate it very, very much if you tell a friend about our show. If you're on Facebook watching, maybe share this to a group and let people know about the show. The reason I bring this up, I'm not going to lie to you, okay? Is a creative. I've put everything I have into these shows, not only with the prizes, with the fun, with everything that we do. We've also had incredible generosity from people like Mark Schaefer offering up prizes worth thousands of dollars to people like you. But I never see the show grow. And not going to lie to you, it's very frustrating. I feel like in the Magic world, we're giving the most. We do the most. But we don't seem to get more people coming to join us at the table. And I would really, really sincerely appreciate that if you help make that happen. I can't do it myself. I can't just go out and tell people, hey, come watch me. But if you just tell one friend about our show, that would really help us out a lot. I feel like at this point that I've been doing it, we should be a lot busier with our shows, especially when we have these huge giveaways that we do. And I would really, really, really appreciate that if you helped us grow, because it really makes me, when I'm putting this together, it really just makes me wonder, like, am I doing something wrong? You know, there's a lot more magicians that watch the show that are out there in the Magic world. And it just, after a while, it just makes me go, well, what am I doing? Why am I pushing myself to do more and more and more when we're just spinning our wheels doing the same thing? So, again, I guess it's a Friday night. So I guess I'm just keeping it real. Friday night breakdown, right? I'm just like giving you all the deets about what's going on up here. And I'm never one to ask you guys, oh, like, share, comment, do all the things. But I guess I have to do that because unfortunately we are not, the show has kind of like gotten to a point where it's just the same, not the same show, but it's like the same size audience all the time. And I really thought by now we would grow from that. And I think just as a creative individual, when you don't see a change, when you don't see growth, it makes you really start to dislike the thing that you love to do. I'm just going to keep it real. It makes me kind of sometimes be like, well, why am I doing this? But I love it. So yeah, I'll always be honest with you. I was talking earlier about, the products and not wanting to sell you shit. Yeah, it's a little frustrating and it's a little annoying and it's a little bit of like, well, what are we doing wrong? So that's all. Done. We should help each other as a community to grow, whatever that growth is. Because I mean, look, we're doing free giveaways weekly. We're doing we've had winners win almost a $2,000 product for $5. Like, who the hell's doing that kind of stuff, right? We have amazing supporters. Scott R. Smith has been a huge supporter and cheerleader. Mark Schaefer, Audience Wonderland. A lot of other people have been very nice and stuff over the years. It's just, and I know in the Magic world, there's always a ceiling. There's always so many people to talk to and whatever. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. So Black Bear Magic, you do a great job, Luke. People are just funny and stuck in their own routine. I get it. I totally get it. Totally understand that. Yeah. Gary says, I'll mention you at my next SAM and IBM meetings. Thank you, Gary. I do appreciate that very much too. And it looks like we are up 2-0 against Paraguay so far. That's great. In the FIFA World Cup, we are up and doing good stuff. So that's good. All right. So yeah, anyway, I really wanted to bring that because I am here every week. Even sometimes when it's hard for me to do it, I'm still here. And yeah, I just sometimes get in my head about it. You know what I mean? So I think that's one thing too that I could probably do more of over the next year is to just keep being honest and real with you. Not that I've never done that, but I've been kind of like hesitant to do it because you come here to have a good time. You guys come here to have a good time and to get away from all the other stuff, and it's supposed to be fun. So I try not to bring my own shit to you. You know what I mean? So there you go. If I share the live stream to my local Magic clubs on Facebook, yeah, because we are streaming it from our page. We are streaming it from the All Things Magic public page, which has about 78,000 people that have followed the page. And so it goes to the group, but we're also live on YouTube, which is, you know, you can share that publicly as well. So yeah. Tim Miller, I always considered the show our best kept secret, especially for magicians. I didn't know you wanted more viewers. You know, it's not about wanting more, Tim. It's about why don't we have more, I think is where it's at. Because for me as a magician, like I love magic so much. It's who I am, that I look at it and go, why don't more people like think this is exciting and fun as much as I do? Like who's doing these kind of giveaways again on the regular? Like who's doing it? Nobody. I would think that alone, that we've done those type of things would generate a lot of buzz and a lot of interest, but it hasn't. I'm glad people are able to win because we don't have as many people, but at the same time, it's like if we're able to do these huge things, why don't we have more people that want to be part of that? You know, I don't know. And I know there's a lot of shit going on in the world where people have other interests and other things. So I totally get it. Totally get it. So yeah, I just wanted to share, you know, because sometimes it does make me wonder, like, well, okay, I've done this for so long, you know, and I've also been live streaming for over 20 years. You know, I did it for Murphy's for 6 years. I've done it for us here 5+ years. I did it before Murphy's for 5 years. I did a weekly review show live each week. And it's always just felt like the ceiling. There's just always like a ceiling of how many people, and I've never understood that, I think. So, yeah. David says, I've been with you for a few years. Hope to meet you at one of my Vegas trips. Text and post your show links to my magic friends every week. You do a great job putting this together. I buy from you first. Yeah, and I appreciate that, David. I definitely appreciate the support with the shop as well. And that's not when I'm not sitting here asking people just like, please buy. But at the same time, it's a free show. People can win free stuff. They can win a $1,500 product for $5 sometimes. Like, what's the disconnect, you know? And Gary says, oh, Craig Petty has your name on his body, so you got that anyway. Yeah. All right. Are we frozen now? What's going on? Oh, boy. What's going on? Let me switch. Shoot. What is going on? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What is going on? Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Hello. You can hear me, but you can't see me. Okay, let me. I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick. All right, hold on one sec. I'm gonna turn off the camera. Okay. And we're back again. All right. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulties there. I guess I was talking too much. I guess I was yapping too much, and the universe is like, okay, Luke, that's enough. Just shut your mouth and keep it moving. All right. Sorry about that, friends. So sorry. All right. Okay, cool. So we're good. Okay. I think a lot of it is the world we live in. Unfortunately, everyone has such short attention spans. If it's not on TikTok, nobody bothers. Yeah, I get it. Totally get it. Mike Hankins, going live even in your own home takes a lot of energy and a lot more planning. People think, yeah, it is a lot of work. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. All right, cool. So we are back, and I think it's time to bring up a little blast from the past. As I mentioned earlier in the show, I had lunch today with Rob Anderson. He was a professional magician here in Las Vegas. Owns his own business as well, and we were talking about different routines that we like, and he brought up something that I don't think I've shown here in a while. I don't even know if I've ever shared this actual routine. It's the Paul Daniels chop cup routine, and it made me think. Well, I've been looking for a video to play anyway. How about that one? So kick back and enjoy this. This is a look at Paul Daniels. A lot of people consider this chop cup routine one of the finest around. And actually, I would love to ask a question. We've got some really knowledgeable people here. We've got Mike Miller. We've got, I know Dan Sperry does a really good chop cup. Does anyone know where this Paul Daniels routine, or his routine in general, is written up? Rob had trouble remembering the book or the resource. If you guys know where you can learn his routine, please let me know. so I can pass that along to Rob. But anyway, check this out. We'll be back on the other side of this, tell you about a little more magic. Got some more news to share with you, and also another giveaway or two, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right.
In fact, I know what's already in your minds. You see, I walk on, a mind reader, I know what you're thinking. What's that? Many people wonder, what is that? That is, in truth, the world's oldest recorded trick. Oh, some say. Some actually say this. It's a true story. That there's a hieroglyphic in Egypt on a wall of a man doing this trick. I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm just telling you. That's what they think, all right? Hieroglyphic. If it was this far down the wall, it would be a loroglyphic. You know that. Now, what we need to do here is we're going to pick on somebody in the audience. Now, young man there with a sort of a knitted sweater with a light line across and that. You, sir, what's your name?
Chris.
Chris! Good answer, good. Chris, where are you from?
Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush.
Just over the road.
Just over the road. How nice of you to drop in. Sort of like home from home, isn't it? Now, Chris of Shepherd's Bush, what I must ask you to do is this. I must ask you to answer nice and loud, nice and honest. What's that?
It's a cup.
It is indeed a cup. A cup, like. Because I'm from the north, you see. What you've got to do is this. You take that and you put it there and you use one of these. Now, I only use one cup and one ball. And all you have to do, Chris, is keep your eye on the little white ball. Now, Christopher, is that your full title?
Yeah.
Okay, Christopher, where is the ball?
On top of the cup.
You're wrong. It's on the bottom. The cup is upside down.
Well.
Years of skill and devotion. Perhaps my speed is baffling you, so I should give you another chance. I'll even put my hands in my pockets. Christopher of Shepherd's Bush, who is now desperately wishing he'd gone to see something else. Christopher, where's the ball?
It's on the top of the cup.
It's on top of the bottom of the cup. And the only time you should worry is if I sneak it into my left hand. Because if the ball's in my left hand, it's in my left hand. If it's not in my hand, it's under the cup. If it's under the cup, it's not in my hand at all. If it's in that hand, it could be in that. If it was in that, it could be up there. If it was up there, it could be down there. If it was in the pocket at the same time, it could be up there at the same time as on the cup. If the cup and the ball together, they can't be separate. Except they can't be together. If it's up there at the same time. Now, if the cup and the ball are separate and the cup is empty, you can't have the ball. And got the ball in the cup, you can't be in the pocket. In the pocket, you can't be in the can at the same time as on the cup. If, on the other hand, the ball and the cup are together and the cup... You're not following this, are you? It's too fast. It's too fast. Too fast. Here is a television action replay. Where's the ball? You're even nodding slowly, Chris. Where's the ball?
It's in the cup.
In the cup. Take it out, put it into my pocket. Where is it now? For £50.
It's, in your pocket.
In my pocket. In other words, it can't be under the cup, right?
Right.
Wrong. Now, this trick, I should teach him this. I mean, there's no point otherwise, is there? Look, what do you do for a living, Chris? What's your job, your vocation, your way of life, your occupation?
It's a sales representative for a vending machine company.
What you need is a cup. I mean, I'll teach you this. I've been up here a few minutes. I just walked on, and already you owe me £50. And the doors have been locked. Now, look. Cup, ball, cup. Now, this is how the trick works. It's very simple. You get a cup and a ball, and you show it to be empty, you see, just an empty cup, and you drop the ball in there. Now, the moment the ball is in the cup, I'll teach him this. You take it out with a swooping action, right? You sweep it out, you put the ball in your pocket, and you flick it hard. Now, the ball, I know this is a funny thing to say, but the ball actually physically shoots up your sleeve. Yes?
Yeah.
Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Good. Now, you've got to put the cup down to catch a ball that goes up your sleeve, across your shoulder, down the side, under the cup. But be very careful that you don't put the ball into the wrong pocket, because when you go flick, everybody claps. Why do they clap? Because when you flick, you've got a lemon. It baffles them completely, don't know where it is. Lovely, aren't you? If you'll clap that, you'll go mad over the orange. I don't know where that
It's a great routine, and a lot of people do consider that to be the best chop cup routine out there. I will say, if you guys have ever seen Dan Sperry do his 1 cup routine, it is entertaining. It is fun, and it definitely has a shocking ending to it that you'll never see coming. So I'm a big fan of Dan's routine for sure. We have some people letting me know. I'm guessing you mean the L&L videos, Bamboozlers, Revera DVD set from Essential Magic. Is it in a book though? Do you know? The DVD set, those are expensive, right? Is it written up anywhere? That's what we were trying to figure out. Is it written up in any resource? You know, I could see that being in maybe like one of the, I don't know, one of the what were those books they put out a while ago from like restaurant workers and people like that. Keith Fields had a great one too. Okay, I'll definitely have to look into that. Yeah, it's definitely a fun plot. You know, the old chop cup routine. It's always a fun one for sure. Yeah. All right, let's scoot on over here. All right, yeah, the speed is mind blowing. Yeah, the 8-ball. That's right with Dan. That's right. That's a good one, right? You know, the person. I wanted to also mention this. I don't want this to get away for sure. This song is a song that has really been very catchy with our shows, right? So this is our official, unofficial Taco Tuesday theme song. And this song was created by my friend Keelan Laser. And Keelan is someone I've had the pleasure to know for 15 years. But I've gotten to know him a lot better in the last 5 years or so. I consider him a really good friend here in Las Vegas, and just a good friend in general. And he has some very, very exciting news that I'm going to share with you now. One, I couldn't be more proud of my friend. Vegas, if you don't live here, is a very tough town, very competitive town, not just for Magic. Entertainment in general. There is something everywhere you look, something to do, somewhere to spend your money. To be able to pull off something like this is impressive, and this is very, very well deserved. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you from Keelan. He has some exciting news to share with you. So here you go.
There is a brand new show opening up at Mandalay Bay. If you follow me down towards the end of the hotel towards the Allegiant Stadium walkway, you will see that 40 Deuce has been hacked. Hacked is an intimate, immersive show that fuses magic and mind reading with robotics, AI and technology. It's me! When you walk through that tunnel, you step inside Laser Corp, a 1980s big tech company with one mission: to change your perception of reality. If Black Mirror, Mr. Robot and The Matrix had an illusion show, this would be it. And I genuinely believe it is one of the most relevant shows you can see right now. This has been years in the making, and I am really proud to be bringing it here to Las Vegas. There's a lot more to come. Follow along for the journey. I am your Vegas navigator. Follow for everything Vegas.
Like I said, we'll pop it right there. Could not be more proud of my friend. And something else I want to share with you. You know, the Magic world has a lot of people in the past that have done similar things. I want to tell you something. This show and what Keelan's been using, he's been using this for at least the last 3 to 4 years for his corporate performances all over the world, including using the robot, including doing all these things. And there have been some people that have popped up recently that you can tell have been inspired by Keelan and what he's doing, to the point where they're using a lot of the exact same things. This little part is not about complaining, but it's about, I want you to know just how relevant what Keelan does is, because other people are now taking his ideas and putting them into their own shows. And it's disappointing, but also Keelan kills it doing corporate and professional performances all over the world with his show. But it's really cool now to have this show being installed there at Mandalay Bay over at the 40 Deuce. So I'll keep you in tune for when that's coming out. I don't know the exact opening date yet. I don't even know if he does. But it should be within the next month or so. We will definitely be going there to the premiere, and I will be bringing you more info. Maybe I'll bring a little chat with Keelan from inside the theater and all the good things. But definitely one of my best friends here in town. And it's always nice to see something new and fresh come to Las Vegas, especially when it has Magic included, and no one's out there doing this. So as the wifey says as well, Keelan is such a brilliant magician. He really is. You know, he's just a really good dude. So very busy guy, and happy for him for sure. So there we go. Hacked is coming to Las Vegas. Awesome sauce. All right. Speaking of shows and performing, I want to ask, has anyone ever performed in a theater like this? I saw this the other day and I'm like, that is really freaking wild. Check this out. This has 3 theaters in one. So these opening up are 2 smaller theaters, and then if they want to, they could turn those 3 theaters into one really, really big theater. Has anyone ever seen this? That is freaking wild. You could take the smaller venues and turn them into one big venue. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I just thought that was the coolest. I've never seen anything like that before. This is at the Chandler Center for the Arts. I honestly don't know where that is. Let me do a quick look up. But that's freaking wild. Let's see where that is. Chandler Center for the Arts. So I should have looked this up earlier, but we'll do it now. Let's see. This is in Arizona. Okay, so it's not even that far from me. Okay, so downtown Chandler. Very cool. Mike Miller says most of the theaters in China. Really? I have never, ever seen anything like it. But Mike Miller has been around stage productions and the like all over the world. So I'm not surprised Mike would be the one to go, yeah, I've seen that before. That is crazy, though. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, it's Gary Edwards. That's how I felt the first time I saw it. That's pretty wild. Yep, Arizona. That's right, Jason. Yep, Arizona. Comedy clubs use curtains to make showrooms. Yeah, for sure. I've seen that, but I've never seen the whole room blocked off that can then basically turn and open up to be part of another theater. I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. So there you go. That's something I found to share with you there. Pretty cool. All right. Told you about that and that and that. And that. Oh, yes. I also want to remind you guys about this. Jeffrey Allen says one of our local high schools in Michigan has one like this. Masters. I've never seen anything like it. Okay. You guys are like, I've seen that. Imagine the finale from 3 different simultaneous shows. Talk about getting your money's worth at least 3 times. Yeah, and that's the truth. Yeah. This is really exciting news. I meant to share this with you, I think, last week, but I forgot. The Gateway Close-Up Convention has announced their new lineup for 2027. So good job to Steve Zelke and team for putting together another amazing convention. I was there this year. Very proud to have brought the magic to St. Louis. This is the lineup for next year, including a one-man show from Chris Randall. There you go. And I will hold my thoughts on Scandal because in Vegas, he does not have the best reputation. But you know what? I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to do that. We have Tom Frank. Tom Frank is going to be doing some stuff there. Jamie Masterson. We got Paul Vigil, another guy out there from Vegas. Paul will definitely slay the room there. Nick Lewin, a funny and creative guy out there. We got Doug Kahn. We've got Patrick Redford, Michael Kaminskis, and Keith Leff. Keith Leff. He is the last one there. As we've mentioned to you over the last year or two, this one is happening in Collinsville, Illinois. And it is $250. And they are, again, doing that will include the one-man show as well. These are the details. That is the location, the DoubleTree by Hilton. You can get your rooms reserved for a special rate. That is the the promo code 926 for a special room rate for that. It does include a breakfast for 2. And I want to tell you, the breakfast was fantastic. It was a really, really good breakfast. Definitely recommended if you're going to be going. And it's still a smaller convention, limited to 150 people. So it's a great convention, and I highly recommend it. And everyone around it is just good. The guys that helped me kind of get around for lunch and stuff, they were really, really nice. And the guys running it, both Steves are great. And the little AV setup they had there was really nice. It is a nice lineup. It is a good lineup as well. So, yeah, it's a good one. I told you the breakfast. It was, Scott. You were absolutely right. It was really, really good, man. It was good. Everything was good. And I had a steak one night. Sat down with my Magic mentor, Doug James. We had a nice steak dinner. I never did get to shrimp and grits, Doug, if you're still watching. Still kicking myself for that. So there we go. There we go. So that's what's going down over there. The Gateway Close-Up Convention. All right. Cool. And already told you about that and that. I also wanted to mention our friends here at the California Magic Club. Our friend John Gardner is the proprietor of this establishment. This is in, I think, was it Martinez? Yeah, Martinez. This is in California. I think it's just north of the Bay Area, like San Francisco area. A nice magic venue there with some shows and new performers each week. So if you're in the California area near the Bay, be sure to check out the California Magic Club. Their intimate supper club only has about 30 or 40 people. Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. So there you go. Very cool stuff there. And I'm looking forward to visiting there one day and maybe even performing there. That'd be awesome. That is good. We also have Justin Willman on tour right now. Wanted to mention this. If you are a fan of magic and you're in these areas, including Portland today and tomorrow, then he's hopping over to Michigan next week and he's hanging there. And then he's back in California in August. And then he's all over the place after that. So be sure to check out his website for all the tour dates. I have seen him live here in Vegas when he was touring before, and he's great. Highly recommended, and it says one for the ages tour there. JustinWillman.com. And I mentioned these guys earlier. These guys. Penn and Teller. I wanted to also mention that they are currently on tour, but the June dates are already passed. July is the next one, July 15th in, what's that, Cerritos, California. And then after that's not till September. But those are the ones with Piff the Magic Dragon and Penn. So those are the ones coming up. I think those are in the UK as well. So check out their website, pennandteller.com, for all those dates as well for those guys. All right. So that is also relevant news for you. Haven't made it over to the new Mind to Mind show that's going on over at the Fountain Blue, but I do plan on checking that out sometime soon with my buddy Nick. That'll be fun to check that out, give you a little review of that, let you know what that's all about. I also heard they have some close-up magic going on before the show, which is cool. They have some close-up magic going down over there, so that's awesome. Love to see that. All right, and I think it's time to tell you about our last piece of magic for the night, and then we will start doing some giveaways again, okay? So I am just going to take my time with the rest of the show. You know, a lot of times I'm just up and we're going. It's Friday. Let's just chill and enjoy the rest of the show. All right. So I was telling you about this earlier. This is a brand new piece of magic. I know there have been a lot of credit card tricks that have come out. I do want to give another one a shout out. I don't think I have it right here with me because I actually have it in my close-up bag, which is right here. This one is with me at all times. This is MasterCon from Gregory Wilson. This is really, really cool. A couple of different presentational ways you can do it. Pickpocketing if you want. Little 3-card Monty routine. But anyway, this one is a brand new way to do a credit card trick now with a impossible object at the end, which is really fun. Now, if you're a fan of the original Daryl's Dicey Dots, they are not trying to hide the fact that that routine inspired this. That routine inspired kind of the thinking to get to Credit Crunch. So if you're looking for something that's fun, doesn't feel like a magic trick. Obviously, it's not a card trick. It is a card trick with your credit card. But this is very, very clever and easy to understand, easy to do. And I'm not going to play the entire trailer for you, but if you haven't seen it yet, I think it is worth showing it to you right now. So check this out, and yeah, we will be right back.
The best pickpockets will take the credit card, but the really good pickpockets will just take the information off it. Look at the card, turn it over. The number's gone, it's on the pen. Let's be honest, in 2026, the buzzwords in the magic community are everyday carry. You see, the reason is simple. More than ever, there's more people and more performers in the magic community than ever before. So they want something that they can keep on them and they can perform anytime, anywhere.
Yo!
I wanted to have an incredible moment of close-up magic. that would play to a big group of people, but is visual enough and intimate enough to perform in a one-on-one basis. This is my credit card. That 16-digit number is on every single card. Sometimes it's on the front, sometimes it's on the back, sometimes it's different places. But you've got that 16-digit number, you have access to me. Right, you remember the first 4 digits. Try your best. Try and remember the next 4. If you can try and remember any of those numbers, Dallas, that'd be great. I'm going to show you how a magician would steal someone's data. I need you to hold your hand out for me. You're going to be the guardian of the card with the number, okay? Put your other hand on top. Now I need a pen here. Because most magicians use a magic wand, I use a Sharpie marker. Do you see the Sharpie logo there? On this side and on this side. What's right there? Not there, there. This is going to be crazy. On 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the 16-digit number that you guys remember.
6207 is the first one.
2580 is the last.
But here's the crazy thing. This is the bit that's going to freak you the out. Not that I got the 16-digit number there. The fact that it's not on the card anymore. Have a look at the back.
No way.
Now this is one of my favourite pieces of magic to perform.
So obviously you saw what it is. We don't have to keep showing you over and over and over again what's going on and tell you how great it is, because it is simple to understand what's going on, right? The numbers from a credit card in someone's hand ends up changing places with the writing on a marker, basically. It doesn't change places, but it becomes printed on the marker that's in your hand. So if you like this kind of weird transposition, kind of impossible object at the end kind of thing, it feels very relevant, very cool. You know, everyone knows what credit cards are, and it's kind of cool that you have the actual feeling of the raised numbers at the end. So yeah, that is called Credit Crunch. And as Ryan Garber said, Dicey Dots for the win. I guess I need to look into this one. Yeah, it has that very similar kind of feeling of Dicey Dots, right? Not exactly, but close enough. But yeah, anyway, that's called Credit Crunch. And that is a new piece of magic that is just dropped recently. So we'll put that in the chat for you, Credit Crunch. There we go. All right, so that's definitely a fun one. Get some fun reactions just like that. Oh my God, what is going on? What is going on?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
That's what was going on in her head right there. That's what was going on. So there we go. Credit Crunch. Credit Crunch. Also wanted to mention a couple other quick things before we start doing giveaways. Joe Berman said, Luke, don't know if you want to let people know that the castle is closed June 22nd through July 7th. I did not do that. And thank you for letting us know, Joe, that is coming up soon. So they were just closed not too long ago. That's a shame. They're going to be closing up again for a while. All right. And Gary Edwards says, Doug Kahn just left. Well, you know what? I have no idea what happened to him, but I'm glad he stopped exposing magic on YouTube, because that was stupid. So if he decided to go do something else, good for him. Good for him. But stop with the exposure. It's enough. All right. So that is that with the magic there. I was going to take one more quick look. I think there was something else I wanted to let you know was back in stock, but let me just double check. That and that and that. We talked about that already. That and that. And I think that was it. I just want to look more. Oh, this. I wanted to tell you guys about this. This is freaking cool. That's what I was reaching for. This is what I was looking for. Let me make sure that there's enough in stock as well to tell you about this. This is cool. This one. So I've been using this myself, actually. So let me see if this is available. Because if it's not, I don't think it's worth telling you about. Let me see. Let's see. So I don't know if I can get any more. So I know I think we have like one of these. Let me check real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this is really freaking cool. I hope they have more. I don't see it. Damn. Battery's dead. Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. I think we're good. Check, 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 check. I think we're back. Let me know. All right, cool. The receiver for my mic died, so I had to plug it. In. That's what it was. All right, so we're back to this. So as I was saying, when I perform, I like to perform for people and kind of leave moments, maybe bring up some memories, maybe leave them with some memories, right? And there's nothing more memorable to people than dates in their lives that maybe bring back good memories, good thoughts. This trick has become a personal favorite because you can have any date that someone thinks of, not the year, but the day and the month, appear. And this is really freaking powerful because this is not just a trick. If you really play this right, it can become a moment that someone can recreate. So basically, you have a deck of cards. This is mine right here. You talk about how a deck of cards is more than just a game. I think people play games with. It's actually something more than a lot of people don't even think about. It's a lot like the days of a year, like a calendar. You know, you got 4 seasons, the 4 suits. You got 52 weeks, 52 cards. If you add up all the values of the cards, they end up being 365 like a calendar. And then you go into this talk about calendars and how I want you to think of a date that's important to you, a day in a month. It could be a birthday, it could be your birthday, it could be whatever. And then you go through the deck, kind of like invisible deck style, where you spread through and you have 2 jokers that are reversed in the deck. You take them out because obviously they make 54 in a deck and you only have 52 cards, 52 weeks. And when you take out the jokers and you turn them over, they have the day and the month written on them. So whatever day they name, whatever month they name, you're able to reveal a special date that someone just freely names. There's no force at all. There's no equivocate. There's no like procedure to get there. You could have a group of people, someone name a day, someone name a month. You could just have one person think of a particular important thing in their life, and you're able to reveal it. And that's some powerful stuff, my friends. That is powerful stuff. So now you're not just revealing a card. You're revealing a moment that means something to someone. And if you play that right, you can really turn that into something special. So that's why I wanted to tell you about this. And I wanted to make sure there were enough out there to even tell you about this because I've selfishly kept a couple of these for myself. And I am not going to let them go because this is a really clever piece of magic here. It's called Invisible Date. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat right there if you guys are interested in this. Again, you can go through the cards. You can do it down here. You can spread through the deck down here, or you can do it up here so more people can see that you're spreading through. You see 2 reverse cards, and then whenever you turn them face up, one has the date and one has the month. This is just crazy. This is not a brand new trick. This is not brand new, but I have a feeling this is going to be brand new to a lot of you out there. So yeah, it is very, very clever and very cool and very easy to do as well. Very, very easy to do. So that is called Invisible Date. Yeah. I've had many invisible dates. There you go, Kim. Hey, what's up, York Spades? Good to see you, sir. Very, very good to see you. All right. So that is a wonderful piece of magic that speaks to me and will definitely speak to your audiences. Again, not every trick has to be slick and fooling and whatever. If you can drop in some of these other things, personal touches like that, that's when the magic really starts to happen. At least that's what I've been noticing with the performances I've been doing, for sure. So there you go. It's another good one. All right. All right, and York Spades is looking for a win. Let me go ahead and pull up the wheel and add his name just real quick. Let me just do that right now as we get closer to the end of the show. All right, tonight's been fun for me because I've been able to not just do a show, but kind of like talk, share my thoughts, keep it real. And that's been very refreshing tonight. So thank you for letting me do that. It's been fun, you know? Because the wife says, I don't always have to be the Disney Luke. Everything's great, everything's good, you know? It's fun. It's, yeah. Sometimes to just be yourself, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and do a free spin on the wheel. We'll go ahead and do that first. Yep, RK Magic. I was just about to add you, so I will do that now. RK Magic 12. All right, you are on the wheel. If there's anyone else out there that just joined the show other than you and your spades, be sure to, I'll give you a few seconds here to do that in the chat. Go ahead, and I'll drop down a minute. We'll go ahead and do a minute. Drop those 3 letters in the chat, WIN, and we will get you up on the wheel for this spin, which costs you nothing. All you got to do is let me know you want to be on there, and it will happen like magic. Just like magic. All right, let me double check. I did put Ray on there. I know he was here earlier. Ray. Nope, I don't have Ray on there. Let me do that. Ray Coleman. There we go, Ray. Got you covered. Good stuff, Ray. All right, I'll give that just a few more seconds here to go, and we will spin it on up. Scott Hart Smith says, I want my money back if Yort is here. Yeah, Yort runs very hot with our giveaways, so yeah, be warned. I'm not trying to jinx the rest of you, but when Yort is around, it's turns into something. Definitely does. All right, that'll do it for our little countdown. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it up one more time. It's the Riffle Shuffle tonight. And here we go. Good luck to all of our friends. All righty, here we go. Spin it on up and see who it will land on tonight. It's our second spin of the night. And then we have not done the big giveaway yet. We have not done it. No, sir. Oh, man, it has been back-to-back very close spins with the whammy right on the edge of whammies. But it's not happening tonight. We have Charlie Daniel pulling in a win.
Congratulations!
Good job, Mr. Charlie Daniel out there on picking up a win on tonight's show. You need to drop us an email to claim your prize. There it is, info@allthingsmagic.com. That is the place for you to grab that prize, and you have 1 week to do that. If you don't claim it within the week, the prize disappears into nothing. So be sure you do it to it. And congratulations again. We got congrats coming in from Larry and Ellis Cohen. Nice to see our friends out there sending the love your way. All right, Mr. Charlie. We'll give you one of the OGs as well.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
There we go. All right. Go ahead and put that back there. All right. I'm also going to grab all the names. Let me do this quickly. Let me make sure there were no more entries real quick before I grab all the names and add them up to the wheel. So we're going to scoot them on over to the main wheel so we don't have any names getting kicked out. So I think we're good. I think we are all set there. All right, so let me go ahead and go back over here. I'm going to copy all your names, and we're going to come over here. We're going to go to the new wheel. And this one will include all of you from your entries because the other wheel cuts off after 50, grabs 50 of you randomly. I don't want to do that for the bigger prize. So we will add you all here. All right, so there we go. Let me just check this. I think looks like we got another entry popping up right now. Let me check that out real quick, my friends. Let's check that out and see who that is. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. And it is, it is your spades. So Yort is now getting added to the wheel. I'm just warning you all. There we go. He's in the running. I'm just letting you know. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and get these marked off so I don't forget about that. There we go. Okay, we are all set. There we go. All right, everybody. Again, this is for 2 prizes valuing about $150. We have 2 prizes. The one we are going to give away is the Void. If you've already purchased the Void from us, then we will substitute it for the Credit Crunch, which is the other new trick that we talked about tonight with the credit card and the marker. Those are both about $50. Then we have another prize valued at $85 to go with it. That'll be a mystery prize. And so that'll get us up to about $130. We'll drop in something else with it, and a little bonus. Get you up there to $150 worth of magic tonight. And of course, one of you could win that for as little as $5 out there. Just one entry does give you a chance to win. So we'll mix these up a little bit. And Mike Hankins says, "Oh, congrats, Yort." Too soon? That's funny. Well, we shall see. We shall see. So let's mix it up a little bit. And here we go, friends. Good luck on tonight's big giveaway. All righty, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, it's funny to me because this is delayed, so you guys will start laughing any moment now in the chat. I will see it. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh my god, he has done it again. Yep. He has officially done it again. That Mike Hankins mentalism is strong. It is strong, right? Oh my god, that is too freaking funny. How does he do this? How in the world does he do this? Uh-oh, Joe Berman's saying we gotta burn him at the stake. Even Stylings of Daniel's getting in on the fun on this. That is too freaking funny. Yeah, Yort Spades pulling in another W around here. That's funny as heck. Yeah, I think Yort is a witch. She's a witch, a wizard. He's something. He's got some kind of juju going on around him. Yeah, I can't deny it for sure. God. All right, well here we go again, Yort. We'll drop in the email. Not that you don't have it on your thing already there. Info at allthingsmagic.com. There we go. Always late getting in. Yeah, he's done that the last couple of times. He's like, wait a second, did we do it yet? Did we do it? There we go. That's the email right there. Info. Mike Hankins called that, which is pretty wild too. David says that's the best trick tonight. It really is. That's pretty crazy, right? Pretty freaking wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's very fitting to see Yort doing that. Yeah. Maybe the last one in wins. We need to test it. Hey, you never know. All right, friends. I'm going to start to wrap up for the night. Let me just double check I didn't leave out any news or thoughts or anything like that. Let me just take a quick peek here. Let's see. Okay, I told you about that. We looked at that. We looked at that. We did that. We did that. We did that. I'll remind you about our friends again real quick. Don't forget to check out Audience Wonderland. They do have a new update coming soon for their products or product. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know what that means. So be sure to check them out. And also our friends at Abra Circle, providing websites for magicians and entertainers. We were the reason that the new Magic Review website is up from Madison Hagler. That is cool. They've also done work with Juliana Chin and Jeff Hobson, Ben Seiban, and other magicians as well. They do offer special pricing for Friends of All Things Magic. So I'll drop the link in the chat for you once more. Part of our promo with them. Abra Circle, because you do know just how important it is to have a website for your services, right? They do offer special pricing, but you do need to mention you're a friend of All Things Magic. They have gold website package special pricing and platinum website special pricing. This ends at the end of the month, I believe, so we still have a few weeks to go. But I wanted to mention to you here, be sure to use that link just dropped there. That will get you into that whole world. You can learn more about their services here. That is Abra Circle. All right, so check them out. Be sure to definitely check them out. All right, talked about Penn Teller, talked about Justin Wellman, talked about the review for Spectra getting 100%. That was pretty cool to see today. The California Magic Club, Gateway Close-Up Convention, and Magic Live is sold out. But one more reminder to get on the waiting list if you are like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed out. Magic Live wait list. There we go. Put the link in the chat because that is now officially sold out. But tickets do tend to open up over the next little bit of time. People have to drop out for various reasons. So, yeah. And thank you, Joe Berman, for the thumbs up on tonight's show. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, we had a fun little Friday edition of the show. Like I said, I was performing Tuesday, couldn't do a show. And then Thursday, obviously, was the hockey game, which we lost. So that was a bummer. And then the week before was more shows and more hockey. So a couple more games left, and then we'll be back on our normal Tuesdays, unless I'm out performing. But I will still give you a show each week. That is my my commitment to you, unless I'm just like totally sick and just can't do it. But try not to let that happen. All right. So that'll do it, my friends. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll pop over to the lounge here and say hello to some of my friends for a little bit as I charge up my mic here for later and do something else. So have a great rest of your Friday night. Thanks for being here. I know it's a weird day of the week to be on, so thanks for joining us. And have a fantastic weekend. If you're out there performing, I hope you have some great performances and all that good stuff. So we'll see you back here next week. And in the meantime, that's all I got for you. So let's go ahead and scooch on out of here. Let me just turn that off. And we will go, go, go. Here we go. Good night, friends. Thank you for watching tonight. Appreciate you, Kingdom. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, Jeffrey Allen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And always good to see you. Yeah, people aren't liking you right now, Yort. I'm just kidding. Maybe Thursday. We shall see. It might be Tuesday. I don't know. Tuesday or Thursday. We'll see. I gotta look at my schedule, to be honest with you. Thank you very much, Marianne. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Magic 2026 with Lance Burton and Stephen Borgazzi, Friday, September 4th. Thank you for the heads up, Tim. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Ellis Cohen. I miss you, buddy. Eric Sebo. You got it, buddy. Great weekend as well. Mike King has just bought 200 shares of Your Spades Inc. Good idea there for sure. All right. Yep. See you next week. Black Bear Magic. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, and good night.